Well, we're learning more this morning about the death of al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahri. He was found in Afghanistan and killed by a U.S. drone strike on the weekend. Al-Zawahri was once the right-hand man of Osama bin Laden and had a $25 million bounty on his head. He's eluded the U.S. since the 9/11 attacks more than 2 decades ago. U.S. President Joe Biden announced his death in an address to the nation last night.
After relentlessly seeking Zawahiri for years under Presidents Bush, Obama, and Trump, our intelligence community located Zawahiri earlier this year. He had moved to downtown Kabul to reunite with members of his immediate family. After carefully considering the clear and convincing evidence of his location, I authorized a precision strike that would remove him from the battlefield once and for all. And to those around the world who continue to seek to harm the United States, hear me now. We will always remain vigilant, and we will act, and we will always do what is necessary to ensure the safety and security of Americans at home and around the globe.
The killing is a major victory for counterterrorism intelligence, and the fact that the leader was tracked down in Kabul, significant. U.S. officials claim the Taliban knew he was there. Makta Gabriselassie joins me now from Washington. And Makta, we just heard Joe Biden. Tell us more about what he had to say about that operation last night.
Well, he said that the al-Qaeda leader had been in Afghanistan for months, that he was living in Kabul with his family in a safe house, and that U.S. officials had been watching him planning this operation for some time. They learned that he stuck to a routine, regularly spending time on his balcony, and that's where he was when a U.S. drone fired off 2 missiles, killing him. Now, officials say that no one else was hurt or killed in the attack. Here's more from President Biden.
Now, justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more. People around the world no longer need to fear the vicious and determined killer. The United States continues to demonstrate our resolve and our capacity to defend the American people against those who seek to do us harm.
Al-Zawahri was one of the most wanted terrorists for more than 20 years, helping to plan and carry out the September 11th attacks. And he was behind many other attacks in other parts of the world, too, according to officials. Now, on Twitter, former U.S. President Barack Obama said, quote, "I hope it provides a small measure of peace to the 9/11 families and everyone else who has suffered at the hands of al-Qaeda." And Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was also on Twitter. He said the death of the al-Qaeda leader is a step towards a safer world. And he said that Canada is going to continue to work with global partners to counter terrorist threats.
Makta, what does this mean for al-Qaeda now?
Well, he took over the leadership of al-Qaeda after the U.S. killed Osama bin Laden in 2011. So experts say now that he's been killed, it's likely someone else will just replace him. But the question that this operation has raised beyond al-Qaeda is questions around the Taliban, because U.S. officials say senior members of the Taliban knew that he was actually in Kabul and that this is a violation of an agreement the U.S. had with the Taliban not to allow Afghanistan to become a haven for terrorists. So take a listen to what this former director of the CIA had to say about this.
In a way, Taliban didn't learn the lesson from allowing, again, bin Laden to have a sanctuary on their soil when the 9/11 attacks were planned in Afghanistan. After which, of course, they refused to expel him from their territory. And that, of course, that's why we had to go in. So it does reflect the continuing close relationship that clearly still exists between al-Qaeda's senior leadership, that small group of Zawahiri and the others that is still left, and obviously the Taliban senior leadership.
Now, last night, President Biden said he's going to make sure that Afghanistan doesn't become a haven for terrorists. But really, the question is, how is he going to do that, and whether he's going to take any action against the Taliban?
Okay, Magda, thank you.
You're welcome.